I'm Seth Lind, Director of Operations at This American Life. Currently, 2/3 of the audience listens on the radio and 1/3 listen elsewhere via the internet, whether that's podcast or streaming. Radio is pretty flat. Digital is growing, so I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple years it's even. But I've honestly been surprised at how durable radio is. We've found that when we develop a new way to listen to the show, it brings in new listeners. Our new product, our 2013 This American Life product, is a 24-hour stream of episodes from the archive, and it basically will be a digital radio station that just plays This American Life around the clock. What the 24-hour stream will do is take advantage of platforms like radio streaming apps like TuneIn or iHeartRadio, possibly the new iTunes Radio, depending on how they build that out. And it will find listeners who, rather than download something piecemeal or subscribe to a podcast, they just want to turn on a channel and have the content come to them. And so this way you'll be able to just pull up an app or go to the player or whatever, and there'll always be an episode playing, and you won't at all be able to choose what it is. And then, so you could have something from 1995 followed by something from 2013. So it'll just be like a story faucet. WBZ in Chicago takes the show live Friday nights, and a couple other stations do. So Friday at 7 Central is the first feed of the show. Only a few times have there been issues where I have to say, we're experiencing technical difficulties. When Ira says, when our program continues, I'll hit that magic button and it cuts out the next minute so that local stations know that their local promos should play. And then it cuts back to the show exactly a minute later when Ira says, it's This American Life. The question of whether radio will exist in the future may actually be not the right question, in the sense that it won't really matter whether the audio that you're getting into your car stereo or into your home stereo is coming through a radio wave. But I think that will always exist, especially as long as people want local news. So if you want news tied to a geographical region, you're going to go to a source that is near you. And that's kind of one reason why I think radio, whether it goes through like radio waves or not, will always exist. The death of radio has been foretold since pretty much its invention, especially since the invention of television. Why would you listen to the radio after television is invented? And one of the main answers to that question is you can do other things while listening. And I think it's a little bit undervalued, the fact that you can easily multitask while listening. And you can't like watch the Colbert Report while driving.